Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Pretorius. This is part one of the 1746 live stream by Owen Benjamin.
Welcome to another live stream. I'm your host, Owen Benjamin, the Big Bear. I don't know. I don't even know how to introduce it. I haven't even named my live stream, and this is my 1800th episode, and I don't even know the name of it. The live stream, the stream. Bertaria, welcome.
Just a reminder: if you call this gentleman Big Bear, that is a term of submission, where you are calling him big and you small, because you would present yourself, you would humble yourself before him and request that he verify you with a bear name, and his bear name is Big.
Welcome to Bertaria, everybody. Today, Adam from Film Grain Studios, Director Bear, is staying at my house again for the week. And I am so freaking grateful for this dude. Like, the fact that he's on our team, he's on our squad, is unreal. The documentary he's doing right now on comedy will blow your freaking mind. I was milking goats this morning, he was showing it to me. And it's fair, it's balanced, it's honest, it's...
Said every cult leader ever that had some propaganda shot about them.
So well researched, so well put together. I have a little clip. It's just the Joey Diaz pot brownie thing. And the thing is, like, there's sections of this documentary that's going to make Joe Rogan look like a gatekeeping shill, right? There's also parts that don't. There's also parts that show, how reverent a lot of comedians are for him, like how he used to be very confrontational to liars, how he was like a free speech guy. The whole concept of the N-word being needed to be said to take the power away from it was from Joe Rogan. Okay, was originally from Lenny Bruce.
Oh, wow. That's something that I didn't see coming. But this is one of the things that's interesting to me about Owen Benjamin, is because he is an active cult leader on social media in real time. And so watching him try to navigate the power dynamics of being a cult leader and trying to appear as though he's just a comedian is bizarre, to say the least, but I think pretty interesting.
But there's a reason that there was such a feeling of betrayal when he was, we showed the whole thing about his intervention with me, with Twitter, and then when I got kicked off Twitter, me talking about it on stage in 2018, all of it, it's all there. And Adam's showing everybody, but Rogan did tell Liza Schlesinger on a podcast that I got kicked off Twitter for standing up against child trans abuse, because I stopped listening to him after I felt like he betrayed me and he was kind of becoming a liar.
If you say 10 things, 9 of them being racist and derogatory and just stupid or not funny, but then one thing that you say that other people can latch onto, what do you think you're going to latch onto? The one thing that other people latch onto and just try to ignore the 90% of the other things that you say. It's one of the reasons why he holds on to the mask of being a comedian. I'm not too sure if he has changed his mind on his funny speech with music and went back to doing a stand-up special or not. But I guess that's one thing we're going to find out.
I even hear that. And that's good. That's objectively good. Like, as much as the trolls want to make this, that I hate Joe Rogan, I swear to God I don't. Like, I want to portray the most honest, accurate, true viewing of comedy. And I mean, Adam right now is going to like open.
Okay, so what we're watching right now is a man flat out lying about the last 5 years. Or 4 years, or however long he's been bad-mouthing. You don't talk the way you do about someone without some form of hatred. I don't hate Owen, even though I do. He does make me angry to the point where I do use certain words, and why I got kicked off of YouTube for cyberbullying or whatever. Which that's out of all the videos that I've done, there's only been one about Owen that got flagged for cyberbullying. The other one was, this was a year ago too. I did a video on this channel on, I'm not even going to mention the dude's name. He's associated with a bunch of famous people, and there's rumors that he controls them for some reason. But I put up a couple videos on him, and at least one of them got flagged for it.
Mike's in Hollywood. It's not just about me. I mean, the main story of this documentary we're doing is me. You know, it's my story, like all of it. You know, the Ye stuff, the Rogan stuff. Like, it's fascinating, dude. But he's all.
Yeah, hey guys, remember, I am connected to Hollywood. That's what it is. It's a propaganda film. He's using the carrot of Hollywood, and he tends to switch the carrot with the stick at certain points, and reminds the people that follow him, this is a cult, and you will listen to me. He will do that. That's he can't exist. His existence has to be through humiliation and abuse at a certain point.
So looking into other comics, and like there's this underbelly of comedians that's very supportive of me in these open mics. Like, these open mics now are so gatekept and so disgusting, where there's this underbelly of comedians that's very supportive of me in these open mics. Like, these open mics now are so gatekept and so disgusting, where every comic has to push an agenda. Like, it's in the comedy world now. Like, everybody has to, if you do a joke about gay, something being gay, it has to be you being gay and why you're gay. Many trolls are from the demographic that grew up with WWE.
That's one thing that I don't really believe. And it's one of the reasons why I don't believe that he was kicked out of comedy clubs the way he says that he was. Because a whole lot of people in the entertainment business, they're in it for the money. They don't care what agenda that you're pushing. They don't. That's why a whole lot of producers or whatever, they produce both sides of the coin. That way it's the people that, the same philosophy of the people that push war. They will fund both sides of the war so that they always win. And so having to push one type of agenda, I'm not saying there's people out there that don't do that, but it's not monetarily sound to do just one side of it.
I don't know what that means, Codsworth. Welcome, Codsworth. So anyway, I'm going to show you a clip from the pot brownie saga, because, you know, every time I make a point on Twitter, somebody always says, oh, that pot brownie from Joe Rogan's right. Joey Diaz broke your head. And I'm like, I ate that pot brownie before doing Rogan. Like, if I'm crazy, at least I understand linear time, unlike Rogan, apparently. I want to talk about schizos versus psychos and zombies again. Because if you think about it, what's the main thing schizophrenics used to say? That their television was listening to them and their doctor was trying to kill them. Well, turns out they were right. And I think we all owe the schizos an apology, because the TV is listening to you. And that was a really funny little scene in Succession. Man, there were some funny bits in that show where one of the soulless executives is talking to another one, and he's like working out what their catchphrase is going to be. And he's like, I can't, he's like,
it was really bizarre to watch him go through the emotions of somebody actually stealing your intellectual property, knowing that it wasn't intellectual property to begin with, and then watching one of his cult members call him out on it, and then get banned for life. And then he extended an olive branch of forgiveness because he knew that the guy that called him out was right. Because all he did was allegedly threw a hip hop beat on top of another person's music, a piece of really famous music, by the way, and then got so pissed off that somebody else did something similar. His obsession with Succession is surprising.
Waystar, we're listening. And his assistant goes, you might not want to do that. And he's like, why? He's like, because we're actually listening. Like, we have listening devices in the TV, and we've been collecting metadata. And so, like, and he's like, no, we've already tested it. We're listening. It's great. He's like, no, but we're actually listening. And, you know, that may play badly when more people realize that we're literally listening. Like, we listen from the TV. Okay, God's word. And Sweeney Todd, only the mad women knew the truth. Yeah, that's real. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not encouraging people to act schizophrenic, because, and I think that this stream.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not encouraging people to be schizophrenic, because that's how that works. They just need a little bit of an encouragement, and they'll adapt some kind of mental illness. Anyways, this is the Texas Goat Radio Show, and I'm your host, Pretorius. I do want to say it was a great week and a half or so being gone. It really was. I did miss it a little bit, but it was a great week and a half. I had work that needed to be done. I had other things that needed to be done. And it's good to be back. This is the Texas Go Radio Show, and I'm your host, Pretorius. As always, till next time.